All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Ryan, the Degenerate Passive Income, coming to you like we do every single Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our DeFi date night with AJ Brockman himself, the one and only legend from EMP Money, EMP Fusion, Honor versus Madness, EarnFi, DexFi, Bernard Bonds, everything, guys. It's a trusted team, doxed owners. Nowhere else will you find the transparency. We're going to show you all about transparency tonight, just like we do every single Tuesday night, because that's what we do. That's what the space needs. That's what the people want. Heads up, a big announcement from, not to, talk bad about it, PACA is going to be launching apparently end of the month, which is good. I hope, we all hope that people can make money. I have bought a couple of more stakes, and you better believe that I will be doing weekly videos on showing you guys who's making what, which one's making more, what the variable rates are, because I want people to know the information. Maybe PACA will beat Bernard Bonds. Who knows? Crazier things have happened, but it's going to be variable rates, they're saying. But still, obviously, guys, no transparency, no doxed wallets. The owners are doxed, but they dox nothing else, okay? We want to see doxed wallets. We want to see owners on weekly AMAs explaining everything like we do every single week. That's what the space needs. Everybody wants this, and it's important to me. This is the only reason why I talk about anything that's involved around AJ and his team, because they're honest. They continue to adapt. They continue to build. They pivot. And it's amazing. Nobody else does it like in the space. So with that said, AJ, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking time of your busy day. I know you're busy, lots of stuff going on, but I want, everybody in Bernard Bonds to feel comfortable of what's going on. Obviously, DexFi too. Oh, by the way, we're going to give away $1,000 tonight at the end of the show. So we've got Spin the Wheel. BrunoEx investors are all on it. We're going to spin the wheel for $3 or $4 $250 bonds, and they're going to get sent to your wallet either tonight or tomorrow. And that's what we're doing at the end of the show. So if you're tuning in for that, great. But you know what? You're going to have to suffer through me and AJ's mumbo jumbo till then, because we're not doing it till the end. So with that said, AJ, welcome to the channel. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, Ryan. Thanks, brother. Happy to be here. Always our DeFi date night. And yeah, man, today's going to be a good stream. We'll go over everything as usual. And who doesn't love getting some free crypto? So stay tuned to the end of the show, and we'll do a little spinning wheel of fortune for everybody. But yeah, man, things are looking good. ETH has been a little stagnant this week, but bonds have been paying out every single day, bro. So yeah, we can start there, I guess.
Yeah, 40. It's within about $10 exactly this time last 7 days ago. So obviously, guys, it's trading sideways. Nothing's going on. Nothing's happening in the market. Everybody's waiting for the move. If I was to guess, it's going to be next Wednesday afternoon or whatever time of the day Powell speaks. I'm hoping for a half a point, or 50 points, interest rate cut. That's going to move the market huge. I'm into gold as well, so I'm looking for, not only crypto. I'm in gold and silver, and I know AJ is as well. So everybody's going to be watching that speech, and things could get crazy. And if things get crazy, who knows where crypto can go? Obviously, September, each bull run, guys, obviously every September and, October are a little bit, kind of sideways. They call it kind of like a crypto fall. But once November hits, we all know what happens. And who knows? They're talking about super cycles. They're talking about all kinds of stuff. So who knows what's going to happen? I think there's going to be all-time high. I still think there's $9,000 ETH in play, maybe even 10. That means your Bernard Bonds doubles in value, which is amazing. I mean, that's how this is built, guys. Everybody has heard about Bernard Bonds. It's huge. You can see right here, paid almost $94,000 out since June 11th. That is good money. And that's on concentrated liquidity providing, ladies and gentlemen. And I will have AJ go into that to explain how all that works. And we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about the value of the bonds. Value of the bonds have went up despite the market. Maybe we should talk about that first, AJ. The value of the bonds have went up despite the market going sideways.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. So, and we did an amazing deep dive. If you guys have not watched last week's AMA, please go to Ryan's channel. we did the killer overview of how all this works, but we'll go into it tonight as well. And yeah, like Ryan mentioned, this is all real yield, and the real yield comes from concentrated liquidity providing. So what that means is the ETH that we take from all the mints of bonds is then deployed into LP positions, liquidity positions, and half of that is Ethereum, half of that is another token. Most times it's either a blue chip like Bitcoin or USDC if we're farming stable positions, and sometimes it's a little more risky assets, but still not meme tokens or things that don't have utility. All the tokens that we work with have at least $1 million of liquidity and a lot of volume, and the volume is what matters. So the more volume we get, the more fees we get, and unfortunately, over the last month or so, volume has been down substantially. I mean, again, it's all variable. That's why APR goes up and down. But when you average it out over time, and yeah, you can see that, Ryan, that little gray bar along the bottom there, those little gray lines, that's a volume indicator. So you can see, up one more, up,
Oh yeah,
yep,
right.
right there, yeah. So you can see, the last week's been pretty low. Usually, that has to do with price as well. And if you look back, at a month or two ago, volume was much higher. I mean, we were averaging about $10,000 a day in yield. This past week has been, about half of that. So again, it all ebbs and flows. But like Ryan said, it also is part of the market. So I absolutely think that we see a a rate cut. I'm hoping for 50. I think 25 is pretty much guaranteed at this point, and that is really bullish for risk-on assets like gold, Bitcoin, assets that really are a store of value, and stocks. So I think that'll be kind of the catalyst that goes into the real bull run. I mean, we are in a bull run now, but we really see the fireworks at the end of the year. And yeah, I think, like Ryan said, I think a double on ETH is very uh, uh, um, in play and not financial advice. And usually that means that alts that we're paired to in the LPs will go up as well. And that's what Ryan was highlighting a minute ago. Our ETH value. So the actual ETH value of the bonds is determined based on the assets in the fund and how they perform against Ethereum. And so over the last week, if you go back to the video last week, bonds were about 0.05 even in ETH ratio, and this week we're up now to 0.052. So that shows that even in a sideways market, with ETH being almost exactly the price it was a week ago, we're gaining on that ETH value, which is really bullish. And again, we go into a lot of things that make that happen on the last video, but part of people redeeming, part of our compound strategy raises that, and so you can see, it would be a very rare instance where bonds continue to go down from here, especially with the bull run going. So and that's why we do say, obviously we don't ever try to convince anybody to compound, but because you're compounding into real assets that are, ETH and the other coins we're exposed to, you are essentially DCAing or dollar cost averaging into those. And so when the bonds do go up in value, then your P&L is incredible, and you're getting yield along the way. So again, that's just a high level overview and should show some of the people that might have gotten a little scared over the last few weeks about that ETH ratio, that it is coming back up again. So
Yeah, for sure, it's growing, and at the same time, guys, you're making this APR
yes,
on this value right here, right? I mean, that's what you're making. So I have 117 bonds. I claim about once every about 10 days, 9 days. When I get $1,000, I claim. What takes me I think it's about 10 days on average. But you can see here, guys, I'm up 26% since June 30th. So that's, yeah, right there, June 30th, about 114 bonds. And I'm up 26%. That's how many days? That's 2, 7, 8. That's 2.5 months almost. So that's averaging 10% a month. I don't know where else you're getting 10% a month. But if you are, let me know, because I need to be in stuff like that. So, I mean, the proof is right there. This is all real yield, guys. This P&L is bang on. If you're in since day one, I haven't compounded any. I've always withdrawn. We're not telling you to compound. I recommend taking your profits. Pay some bills for those who want to compound. That's how it's done. You claim your USDC. Once you have enough, you swap it to ETH on base, and you go and buy a bond. I helped a couple people do that this week because they were like, hey, I finally got enough to get another bond. Okay, swap it. On Stargate I've been using. And if someone needs a link to Stargate, it's not a referral link, guys. I've actually gotten more sometimes. I don't know how that works, but
yeah, totally.
More
yeah,
than what I put in. So, I mean, who knows how that works? I don't know, but it works. It's instant. And you can even do it in your MetaMask if you don't want to use a different link, guys. So, I mean, with all that said, it's been amazing. A lot of people were concerned, obviously, like AJ said, about the bond price going down. Even with the market trading sideways, we've creeped back up about 0.02 ETH, which is about, I don't know, about $20 or whatever. I mean, $20 is $20 especially when you have 100 some bonds. There are some people with 600 bonds. There are people, a couple gentlemen that are generating 2 bonds a day, and they're going and claiming their USDC and going and compounding 2 bonds a day. I mean, that's hyper compounding. I mean, when I think of it, because that's pretty crazy, when people are doing that, and good for them if they want to do that.
for sure.
I want to take some profit along the way because I have 3 wallets, guys. Everyone's seen my other wallets. I got 50K into another wallet, and then I have like $1,500 into a different one, and yeah, it's working. Because like you can, and with that said, guys, some people are new here. I see. This bond is payable with ETH on base. You buy it for this much ETH. All you do is mint it, goes into your wallet, and automatically you start getting USDC dropped. Watch this number during the stream here. Will be going up. It goes up about every minute. I'll get another cent or whatever. And it's not just somebody on a timer dropping USDC into my wallet. Okay. It's real yield from the vaults in DexFi. All right. Any money that goes into our bonds, that ETH goes to the DexFi vaults, private vaults, ladies and gentlemen, that do the concentrated liquidity providing for us. This is called the easy button. It's right here. We'll go over the private vaults in a little bit because I do have some in DexFi vaults itself, and that kills the game as well. I like to be diversified. I have DexFi bonds as well, and I know AJ does too. He has got a little bit of everything. I like to have a little bit of everything. That's the name of the game, right? And it is real yield. I mean, we're making 58.53% APR right now, which is a hair under 5% a month, which is about 0.16% a day. I mean, you had protocols offering 0.4% a day guaranteed, and you wonder why they're on pause, ladies and gentlemen, because it is not sustainable. Okay, that's called a Ponzi. All right, this isn't. There is zero Ponzi-nomics. The only protocol, or the owner is actually in front of you talking every week. You could press this button right here. Okay, it'll bring you to this page, and it'll show every single cent on that wallet right there. There's $24,470 worth of stables and assets in this wallet, save for, better entries, things of that nature. And it shows everything right here. And it also shows the farms. Every single dollar is accounted for. Now, nobody else does this because they'll say that, oh, giving away the secret sauce, It's not the case, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about this as well later. We're not giving away the ranges of where that liquidity providing is, taking place. So we'll go over that too. A lot of people don't understand that part. Like I said, like AJ said, if you didn't see last week's video, we spent an hour and a half. I mean, people were asking questions on here. I loved it. We had 35 viewers. If you guys have questions, please ask. This is what we're here for every Tuesday night, okay? Because we want people to have the information. All right. I mean, that's why we're here. If you go over here and press transactions, every single penny, you can see someone minted one here, hour and a half ago, 2 hours and 40 minutes ago, someone else minted. Right here, there was a deposit, $8,600 into ETH, went into some vaults twice right there. Every single penny, you can see what goes in, what goes out of that wallet, where it goes, what vaults. Nobody else does it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying, because DBank, you cannot cheat it. You can't say, oh, can you hide this part? I got to send some money to this wallet. It doesn't happen, guys, okay? It does not happen. So with that said, AJ, I mean, you know, I don't know what your thoughts are. Maybe we should talk about, well, we should talk about the current fund value. It's at an all-time high almost, even with ETH way down. I mean, or trading sideways.
Yeah.
Fund value is up.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I mean, again, this just shows that people have been minting new bonds. You know, I know last week the APR was very high. I know that I want to talk about this a little bit too. So now we've come back down. And remember, we said all along that APR does fluctuate. Some of the reasons it was high last week is we actually topped it up about from over 10 days rather than 7 because we had some team members that were traveling. And, you know, once that happens, a lot of people like that higher APR. They don't know, you know, exactly how it works, that it's averaged out. And so then we get a bunch of deposits, and deposits will also temporarily then reduce the APR. So again, remember APR fluctuates. We've still been averaging about 80% a month, if not a little bit more. Ryan said the math earlier. You know, if you were in bonds from day one, you know, even with the price going down almost by half on bonds in ETH value, you're still, you know, profiting about 25%. So pretty amazing, you know, when you think of the yield. And yeah, so now it's down a little bit, but next week it could be up again. So what happens is we, again, like Ryan said, there's not some guy in the back office sending, you know, USDC to everybody's wallet. We top up the wallet every week. It usually happens on Wednesday nights. So tomorrow you can see the APR jump a little bit. And that is what we call an epoch. And Ryan, if you go back to the wallet really quick, again, all this is transparent and you can literally go through transactions and count it yourself. Or you can go to the overall portfolio view and you'll see that the USDC. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go
Do
back.
there. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
post
yeah.
there.
There
All
you go. Yeah.
right. There.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Yep, perfect. All right. So you can see the USDC accumulating right now, you know, about 7,314. That is the yield. You know, and again, now we're also now on AVAX, so we've been getting some yield on AVAX. You know, we're also on Sonic. So you add up all the USDC, and that is the yield. If you see USDT, that is what we use to deploy into the dips. But right now, we think that we have already had the dip, so we're fully exposed to ETH, and even there, you can see about 16 grand of fresh deposits that hasn't been deployed. So there is a lag, a bit of a lag in, you know, obviously that's, you know, almost 20 grand that's not earning at the moment. And that will also affect APR. So, but overall, again, we said it, and the math has held up. You know, we're shooting for roughly 80 to 120% APR for the year. And again, APR is annual percentage return, so our rate. And so that, again, you have to average it out week by week. It's hard, you know, to get a real accurate picture. But the APR that's shown is the real current APR based on the reward pool. So again, I mean, even though it fluctuates, you know, we're not making it up as we go. All that is there, and again, you can do the math on your own to see. But yeah, all that is, again, and you touched on it too, Ryan. We want to be as transparent as we can. So you know, we've learned from other protocols. We've been doing this concentrated liquidity providing for upwards of 3 years now, utilizing our own vault system. And this is just the easy button for the vault. So we'll go into that a little bit later. But under the hood, everything is managed by a smart contract. And so we're able to then have, up to 40 LP positions, fully diversified, earning, different variable rates independently, where we really protect ourselves. Because when you're all in with a $2 million position in one LP farm, you can get absolutely destroyed with what we call impermanent loss. And if that token tanks, or any of the tokens that you're providing LP on, goes up or down dramatically, your ranges go out of range, you stop earning, you get hit with impermanent loss, and you could really destroy your position very quickly doing it that way. So with us, we never have more than say 5% exposed to any one particular asset, or farm rather. So some that we have a lot of high conviction in maybe is higher, but overall it's very, very diversified, and that's only available with DexVault. So it would be humanly impossible to manage 40 to 50 positions on your own doing manual LPs. So again, that's another advantage that we have.
Right. Yeah. And I don't think we've said it yet, but ladies and gentlemen, for those, there's a lot of new people here. So we need to explain that as well. I think we've done a pretty good job on everything else. When you buy one of these bonds at 0.052 ETH, 225 bucks worth, you could sell it 5 minutes later. Okay. Your money is never locked here. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. But when you sell it, there is a 10% fee. Okay. That fee does not go to me. It doesn't go to AJ. It doesn't go to Jake. It doesn't go to DexFi. It stays in the platform. So rewarding us OG investors. We earn on that money. So if I were to sell my bonds right here, 26,242 worth, I'd pay 2,624 in tax. Okay, fine. I needed money. I had an emergency. I needed surgery. I needed to fix my car, whatever it is. I sell it. 2624. That money stays in the pool, earning for us that still hold bonds. So now I'm getting a piece of the pie on that 2624. That's what I'm like. People are like, oh, I think I'm about selling a couple bonds. Please do. It doesn't hurt us any. It's good for us. It doesn't hurt the protocol because it's not a Ponzi, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So there's a 10% tax. Your money is never locked. When you redeem a bond, it's called redeem right there. You sell it, it's selling it, redeeming it, we call it, 10% tax within 24 hours, 48 if it's on the weekend. You're going to have that ETH on base drop in your wallet. Yes, I said ETH on base. You're getting the underlying asset back. Nowhere else do you get that. So you buy this bond at 0.0522 ETH right now. ETH doubles in 3 months. Guess what your bond is worth? Now it's worth 450. You get the underlying asset back. Plus, you're earning this APR along the way. Nobody else is doing it, guys. Nobody else is transparent like this. And I can't stress that enough. That's super, super important. This is why I talk about it every week, because there is nothing like it out in space. And we're going to get into the AILM part of it. And I mean, that's just the thing, guys. And I don't want, this isn't bragging. This isn't saying you guys have to get into this thing. It's just, I'm in it heavy. I mean, I've got, well, for what you guys know, 75K into it. I've got another wallet. I'm not going to disclose how much is in it because maybe I will next week. I don't even care. But I've got a lot in it, and I've got friends that got a lot more than me in it. So, guys, it works. And it's doing things that nobody else isn't. Okay, you're getting underlying asset back, plus you're earning the APR. There's no pauses. There's no hold on funds. There's no sitting back and be like, oh, we have to stop and rebalance, and we don't think we're going to be able to make those, our liabilities. Everything is 100% collateralized, ladies and gentlemen. AJ, can you touch on that being 100% collateralized? I think it's super important.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I'm glad you brought this up. So yeah, a couple of things. I mean, we talked about this a few weeks ago, but I don't even think that it's technically possible for us to pause the platform. I mean, again, the only thing that could potentially happen is that one of the exchanges that we provide LP on would be hacked, And again, we talked about this too. You know, we did have a minor hack about 6 months ago now, and none, even with that, none of the private vaults were touched. So the private vaults have an extra layer of security anyway, and that's what all Bernard bonds and Treasury bonds are. So that alone is a big confidence booster. And yeah, there it's literally impossible to pause things, and we are 100% collateralized at all times. So what does that mean? So that means that all the funds you see right there, $767,880.94. That means that if every single person redeemed their bonds all at once, you would get exactly what shows on the screen. And actually, you may even get more than what is shown on the screen because of the tax. So again, like Ryan said, there's a fee, and so you can't. Everybody that's left in bonds benefits from those that are exiting, and the reason that we do that is it prevents swing trading of the fund itself. So we have to actually deploy the capital into LPs, and we don't want somebody to just buy a bond and then have ETH go up in a week and then sell that bond, because now at scale that could potentially hurt the APR, and the APR would be even less than what you see now. So that's the only reason that we do that. And again, it doesn't go to us, it doesn't go to Ryan, it doesn't go to the platform, it goes to all of you that stay in. So if you did have half the people, withdraw tomorrow, everybody gets what's on the screen, but the other half that stays now has, another 70K that is, or whatever that would be, half. So yeah,
Yeah.
another 35K. Yeah, that's in there, staying. So that is a really cool way to protect a quote unquote bank run. But there would never be a situation where there is not enough money there. We're 100% over collateralized because of that. And yeah, I mean that's the other cool part is nobody's ever locked up. There is, we asked for a 48-hour window to redeem, just because it is a bit of a manual process right now. We have to exit positions, but as the fund grows, and we have enough money that it doesn't matter if say 10 grand isn't earning, because the fund is a lot higher. Then we also are going to implement automatic redemptions. So that is all done through a smart contract where you don't have to wait at all. The minute you hit the button, it happens. So all that is being worked on. Again, we've been building, even with the white labels. We added the P&L to the bottom. We're always adding more functionality and analytics for everybody. So it's an ongoing process, and we're really happy with the results. I mean, like you said, Ryan, no other protocol is doing this. I know of one other protocol that does docs their wallet, Monstros, over on BSC. Shout out to them. They're a great group. But other than that, I mean, nobody is showing it, and nobody has the diversification that we do. I mean, again, most LP providers, they have all their assets in maybe four LPs. We have 40 LPs. So again, that is a really important factor when we want to help protect the capital. So
Right. Yeah. And that's what, we're diversified, ladies and gentlemen. Like AJ said earlier, if one LP goes down, or one position, just say the coin leaves or goes away, it's not the end of the world, because, obviously we have a lot of money into, the blue chip, that get like 0.1% or like 0.03% a day, or whatever it is, just because that's always going to be there, right? Like BTC, stuff like that. So, I mean,
sure.
It's very, very important to be diversified. It's very important to, have 40 plus, LPs going. And that's the name of the game. And we'll talk about that when we get into the DexFi site as well, where all this money goes into these vaults, because you can't, like AJ said, you can't have a couple of guys doing 3 or 4 farm. It's a full-time job. You'll never sleep. You're going to get annihilated in permanent loss. It just doesn't work. Okay. we are the only ones that have the AI liquidity management. Okay, it automatically adjusts the ranges, and we'll show you that. Let's take these couple of questions, AJ, and let's show the people that how the ranges work and what it shows.
All right. Yep. Sounds great.
Crypto MK1 says spin the wheel. We will spin the wheel, but you're gonna have to listen to my garbage first. So that's just what's happening. Got. Are you the owner of this white label? No, I am not, Scott. I think I know that name. Anyways, no, I'm not. This is just a white label for my people. Okay, that were in, and this is the next question is right down the road. What was BrunoEx? We'll talk about that. It's a white label service. It is just piggybacked off of DexFi. I'm just offering it to my people because I had a big following, right? I mean, I still do have a big following. People are getting into it because there is zero Points. There is no referral link. I'm not getting paid. I told AJ, you know what? Obviously, we'll talk about Honor versus Madness later. I told AJ, you know what? When Honor versus Madness absolutely goes to the moon, throw me a bone then. But for now, I want to pay the BrunoEx investors back slowly, obviously. Excuse me. And that's what we're doing. Okay.
Totally. Yeah, and on that note too, Ryan, that's what's so cool about our platform is, obviously Jake and I, we are the team behind DexFi, but everything is done through smart contracts. And in the current landscape, there is no owner, and that's really cool, in terms of decentralization. Again, this is just a front end where the money goes into the vaults. So nobody is actively managing positions. We're not trading. One person individually is not trading against the tokens. It's all LP. And yeah, it is an official white label. We have about 4 white labels. Obviously, Bernard Bonds is the most successful. We only really talk about Treasury bonds and Bernard Bonds. The other 2 are 3 now are private groups or other smaller whitelisted protocols. So, but that's any protocol can utilize the vaults to generate yield for their particular asset. So it's so robust, and bonds are just essentially the easy button for people that don't want to have to research what LPs to get into, how to allocate, what's the best entry. There's a lot of variables that go into it. And bonds is just set and forget it. So
right, yeah, for sure. We're gonna show Peter what the heck is BrunoEx. BrunoEx was a platform that I was the brand ambassador for oh my goodness, a year and a half, and there was a lot of money, probably $7-8 million into it, and all of a sudden, AJ was a multiple 6-figure investor in it. I had 7 figures into it. A couple more people had 7 figures into it. So it hurt a lot of people. All of a sudden it went away. I spent over $150,000 of my own money sending private investigators over there to try to find them. Forensic, crypto forensic, what do you call it? To try to see where the wallets are, what happened to it. I spent a lot of money. I came up with nothing. A bad actor, a bad person. I hope he's burning in hell right now, to be honest. And it hurt a lot of people. It hurt me. I'm the one who promoted it, right? I was a big promoter of it because I believed in it. I believed in the person. But you know what? He did never show his face like AJ does. The wallets weren't doxed. It's just an unfortunate event. I've apologized time and time again to my people. Obviously, that doesn't get their money back. But this is part of this, and part of EarnFi pays back investors every single month because I don't have to do it, obviously, because they invested their own money and their own. I didn't say, hey, you need to put your money here or else. It's out of my. I just want to sleep better at night because I lost a lot of sleep in September and October, November. I still think about it all the time, and I just want to give back, and that's pretty much the gist of it. So I'll leave it at that. We got here, nice hat. Thank you very much, Rafaela. Giveaway only for BrunoEx investors. Please give away ETH from the live chat as well. No, I don't think so. Chink Noi. It's for BrunoEx investors only because I've got it right here. It's a big spin the wheel, all their names on it, 132 of them. And that's what AJ is gracious enough to let me do that. Let me take a portion of the TVL, not the TVL, but the profits every month, and buy some bonds and give them out. Whatever they want to do with them, guys, is up to them. They can sell them and take the instant cash. They can earn on it. The smart person would stake it and earn and be like, yeah, I'm just going to keep earning. Maybe I'll win another one next month or whatever, or maybe I'll dip my toes in and buy my own. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do anything. The bonds I've given out, everybody's kept them. They're earning on them. They're happy because they knew I didn't have to do anything for them, but I choose to because I believe I'm a good person at the end of the day. So with that said, JT Smith says, any word from the PACA fellows about your previous offer? Radio silence, JT. Word is on the street that they're fired up. They're firing up at the end of this month with variable rates. What else? Obviously, no transparency, no doxed wallets, no, so it's been nothing. Nobody knows how much money the liquidity farming is going to be working with. It's the same old, same old. And like I said earlier in the show, I've bought 2 or 3 stakes now. I think it's 3 now. I bought some more today. And I will be doing weekly content on who is performing what. BrunoEx, not BrunoEx, Bernard Bonds versus PACA. And that's what we're going to do because people need to be informed. And I believe that Bernard Bonds is going to come on top every single week because they're still not using any AILM and they're still doing it on their own, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot do that with that much money. You will not sleep. There's going to be massive and permanent loss. Speaking of that, AJ, I think we should go over to the site and talk about these ranges quick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. So we're going to go to vaults and we're going to go to single farm vaults. And we need an AILM one here. Let's go to this one.
Perfect.
Right there.
Yes, bro. So I love it. I mean, again, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to listen to Ryan. We're going to show you right here. And the math and the numbers don't lie. So what makes Dex Finance and the DexFi Vault so powerful is that we use an AILM. So an ALM is an automated liquidity manager. A lot of protocols like Beefy and Crystal, they have an ALM, but you have to set the ranges. You have to monitor it. You have to babysit it. If you go out of the range, and we'll talk about that in a second, bear with me. If you're out of the range, you don't earn anything, and you get hit with what's called impermanent loss. So impermanent loss is essentially losing value as opposed to if you just would have held the positions individually. So again, and it becomes a permanent loss when you finally do hit it. So all right, and I know, you may have to zoom out, Ryan. I think there's so much volatility in this token that it's hard to see. Maybe go to 1 week and see where we're at. So there we go. Yeah. So sometimes if again the chart is hard to see, but so all right. So back to what I was saying about ranges. We have an AILM, which is an AI-driven prediction system that will automatically rebalance the ranges to be the most profitable. So those gray bars that you see right there, that is the range. So usually it's about 20% up and down that we stay in. For more volatile assets, it can be as high as 60% up and down. And for some of the more blue chip, we're at more 20 to 10% up and down. And what that means is we set a range that is wide enough that we don't get hit with the rebalance or impermanent loss, but tight enough that we earn, because the tighter the range, the more fees you earn as well. So it's a delicate balancing act, but you don't want to get greedy and set too tight of a range, because then you get killed with impermanent loss. So as you can see on this chart, we've only had to rebalance once in an entire week, which is really, really bullish. Well, actually more than that. What, this August to September. Yeah, so a week. It is a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have too tight a range, sometimes it rebalances, once a day, and that would be a killer for impermanent loss. So you can see the white line is the price, and as long as the white line is in between the gray bars, we're in range and we're earning every single minute or second of every day. And the fees are from people swapping tokens. So this one right here is indexy, and it's paired with ETH. So half indexy, half ETH. And every time somebody goes and buys or sells indexy, we get a part of the fees. So again, it's real yield, real utility. It doesn't matter if the price goes up and down. Obviously, we want the price to go up because that helps the principal balance. But as long as there is volume of buying and selling, we make fees. So yeah, that's again a high level overview. It is a lot more nuanced than that, but unfortunately, with DeFi, sometimes you need a PhD to really get it. And that's why bonds are so cool, because bonds simplify all of this, and then under the hood, all the technology is this vault that you are now in, but you don't have to figure out how to get involved. It just happens.
Right. Yeah. And every single vault, when you click on it, guys, has this. You'll be able to see it is all here for you to see what, where the ranges are set. If it's in range, how many times they had to rebalance, because this is a rebalance right here.
Yep.
Once in a week is not bad. I mean, when you start doing that every day, you're getting hammered with impermanent loss, and it's not going to be a good day for you. It's all here. And plus, you don't have to go into Bernard Bonds at all if you want to get into these vaults. You could go up here and click on this, link your wallet, get some ETH on base, and go into whatever vault you want. I'm in these vaults. Let's see, my positions. Here's my positions. About 90 days ago, I called up AJ. I'm like, bro, give me 5 coins. I don't care what they are. I don't even care, what the names of them are. Give me 5. I'm going to buy $100 out of each one. And just for content only. I don't care if they lose money, make money. So he gave me these 5 coins. I'm in REI, Banker, SPX, Anon, and Fartcoin. And I went into this about 90 days ago, I think it was. And I've been making crazy APRs. Where's my daily yield is about $1. I'm averaging $1. It's right now, it's at 221% APY. You can claim and exit anytime you want, guys. Obviously, there's gas. And remember, this 25% compounding. So you're getting 75% profit and 25% compound. Now, do I know what REI and Banker and SPX are? No, I don't. I don't have time to research coins. I do not have time to watch charts. I don't have time to rebalance. I don't have time to do any of that. I want a Ronco food dehydrator, set it and forget it. That's called Bernard Bonds, okay? But you can come here, and if you're the geek that wants to go and research this stuff, be my guest. Enter your own vaults. There is a ton of people that have money in these vaults, and they're making good money. They have more time than me, and they're smarter than me, okay? That's the gist of it. So, I mean, this thing's been making, I'm up on each position besides these two as far as, actual value. And I've made it, I think 200%. I don't know. Where do I see that? Oh, my profit right here.
Yep, my profit. There you go. Yep.
So I've claimed 117. So I've made like 180. If I claim this, be like $180, about $180 on my 500 in 90 days. Not too shabby, in my opinion, with only 75% profit. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's money to be made here, AJ.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I mean, I can't, the numbers don't lie. So that's a great overview. And yeah, I mean, if you go to the alt tab on vaults, if you go back to all vaults, yeah, you can see, oh yeah, sometimes you get the error, just refresh. So you can see, oh man, it only happens when we stream, I swear. It gets everything open at once. But yeah, try that, and then there it is. So $5.4 million in the vaults overall, and that doesn't even include the private vaults. So again, a lot of times with the private vaults, that's another layer of security. Anybody can create their own vault as well and leave it private, or you can publish it and then it'll show up here. So there's literally options for everybody. And we say this a lot, but this is the best tech on the market. People just don't know it yet. And we are basically a hybrid of beefy finance and balancer. And the AILM is better than any other crystal or revert or any of those. So it's only a matter of time before big institutions. This is institutional grade technology, and we don't even charge for it. I mean, obviously we take a fee from harvesting, but our fee is less than what Beefy charges. So it's really, really powerful, and it's only a matter of time before either one of the big guys tries to buy the technology, or we get the TVL that we deserve. I mean, again, Beefy has $1 billion of TVL, so we can easily handle hundreds of millions of dollars in the vaults, which again would be incredible for everybody involved now, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So be my guest, guys. If you want to go to collect your wallet, you connect your wallet and say, hey, I want to put some money in there. You can do it on your own. It takes ETH on base. You can go into any farm you want. You don't have to put, a whole bunch of money. I put $100 into 5 farms, and I'm making money. So I mean, that's the gist of it. It's working. It's very easy to use. It's if you click on your vaults, it shows exactly what's happening, exactly what you're making. There's my positions. It shows my profit. It breaks it down for you. I'm going to wait till this gets $100 again, and I'm just going to claim it. And we'll do that on a separate, we'll do that live 1 week, and, and all that stuff. And because we want to show that it's instant, and, it's important. It's important to people. And like AJ said, Beefy Finance could very well come in and be like, hey, I think you're amazing. Obviously they're going to lowball the crap out of Jake and AJ.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, bro, why don't you put in maybe like 50 mil and let it run for 6 months and see what you guys think. Either you're going to put in 500 million or you're going to pay us through the nose for this software. I mean, that's what it's probably going to happen if I was to guess. And who knows, right? Like, who knows? What else do we need to talk about here? So that's the vaults. So any ETH on base that gets put into the Bernard bonds, all right, it goes into the private vaults of DexFi. It's just a white label thing of DexFi, but it goes into the private vaults. It's not my protocol. It's actually not AJ's protocol. I mean, obviously AJ and Jake built it, but it's all on smart contracts. It's all immutable. Sure. You can't shut it off. Okay. Crypto has to go to 0 for it to shut off. All right. You can't pause it. You can't do, you can't be like, oh, we're cutting rewards. No, it's not. It's real time right here. You can see this number has changed while we've been talking. Actually, so of this, I've made $1 while we've been talking. Just a heads up. Nobody's been paying attention. So that's the gist of it, guys. Do we need to talk about anything else of Bernard Bonds or DexFi?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other questions as we go here, but I mean, I think that was a great high-level overview. Again, we do this every week, so please feel free to go look at some older lives. The one last week was one of the best videos we ever did. I think that really goes into detail. But yeah, it's all here in front of your face, ready to go. And yeah, like Ryan said, either you can experiment with vaults on your own. Even me. I mean, I'm an expert in LPs, and I just go into bonds because they're easy. It's just something I don't have to worry about. I know they're going to earn, and collect that USDC every minute, or if you have enough bonds, every second. And yeah, we do it ourselves. That was one more thing I want to say. So, and I know there were some questions in the chat this week. How old is DexFi? So, again, I don't have an exact number, but I think it was 3 years. No, 3. So October of 2021, I think, was the actual official launch. Obviously, in the version that you see now, is probably about 2.5 years old. Again, we've been building ever since. But yeah, it's been running on its own. And we utilize the vaults for our own treasuries. So again, through bear markets and bull markets, it's been producing. I know, a lot of people say, well, what do we do if there's a bear? The answer is we pivot into more stable LPs, or there's always some token, even in a bear market, that does perform well, and we can allocate to those. So again, as long as there's volume, obviously APR will probably go down, but it still should absolutely be, your bank for sure, and even real estate. I know, Ryan, we joke that this is a hell of a lot easier than owning apartments, right? Yeah,
Yes, yes, it is.
yeah, yeah,
It's way easier than owning real estate. Yeah. Oh my
yeah.
God. Yeah, it's been a heck of a week on that too. But with that said, for those of you that are just joining or whatever, remember, you can sell anytime. Money's never locked. You buy a bond right now, you can sell it. Obviously, there's a 10% fee when you sell it 5 minutes later. Money stays in the protocol for you guys to earn on. The people are still holding the bonds. When you sell that thing, you get the ETH back. ETH doubles right now, and you bought a bond, and it doubles in 3 months. Now your bond is worth that much more. While you're holding these things, you're getting this APR right here as well. You're winning on both ends. Okay, it's very important because some people get confused. Well, if I'm only earning the USDC, if you're an ETH believer like myself, an ETH maxi like me and AJ are, you're winning both ways, in my opinion. All right, so let's go to a question here. Last update, they said they would do weekly updates. It's been 2+ weeks now. I'm glad you guys do weekly updates. Oh yeah, not a problem. The last update I saw was we're going to give you an update when we have an update. And last update was talk soon or whatever. It doesn't matter.
An update of an update. I love it. That's a classic crypto playbook.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The only update that I would want to hear if I was a heavy investor, like we have some of our bonds, how much money are we working with? Like how much money are we going to be farming with when we're open? What is the TVL? And we need wallet addresses. That's the only thing I want to know. I don't care how sexy the website looks. I don't care what the person behind the project looks like. It does not matter. I want to know wallet addresses. I want to talk to the owners once a week, see their faces, ask them questions. This is what I want. This is what the space needs. I'll leave it at that. Okay. We got Mike P. Thank you for joining. Do you think this week's top up will make APR go up? It'll probably go up a little bit. It's not going to go to 150, 160%. I'll tell you that. If I was to guess, might go up 10%. Like we talked earlier in the stream, guys. We're at the same price as we were 7 days ago, within like $10 ETH. It's trading sideways. It's not doing a lot. So like we were making $10,000 to $15,000 a day. Now we're making like $5,000 to $6,000 a day.
Exactly.
That money only goes so far. Okay. This is not a Ponzi. We can't just adjust the APR number to wherever we want it to be. Okay. And we're not going to do that because you can't. The smart contract will not let you. All right. So
yeah, I touched on it a little bit, Mike, but yeah, it's a great question. The reason that APR spiked up a week ago now was we topped up for 10 days rather than 7 because we had some other commitments and didn't want to have the APR be 20. So yeah, and again, it's not us making up the APR. You can literally go on the D Bank and look at every single transaction of where we claim from the vaults that are actually earning the yield. So to answer the question, yeah, it's impossible for us to say because APR is variable. But until we start seeing more volume on ETH and the other assets, usually that happens with a price increase. We mentioned earlier rate cuts. I think that a lot of people are just waiting right now to see what the market does. And when we get a direction, whether it's up or down, and there is a rate cut or not, then people start deploying their capital, and that's when we have volume coming back in. So yeah, this week will probably be roughly the same, maybe like Ryan said, slightly higher. But the following week, again, assuming that this week is good in terms of yield, then it goes up. So it's always a week behind. But ultimately, the more volume, the higher APR. And yeah, I mean, we get rate cuts we get 50 instead of 25, and things turn bullish, APR could skyrocket the following week. So, back to hundreds or 100 APR or more. So, for sure.
Right. Yeah. Very, very true. Kendall Thorne says, if the APR is 48% with having 200 bonds, would you estimate that you can make 200 USDC a day? That's math.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so terrible at math on stream. That's
No, yeah,
yeah.
48%. Well, I could go to my other wallet where I have 166 bonds, and I'm not making 200 a day. So
Yeah.
it would have to be, it'd have to be over 100% APR to make 200 a day, at least. So
Yeah, I think we did the math on one of our other sites called Fusion Watch that we use for all the analytics, and I believe it was roughly about 70 cents a day per bond, something
okay.
like that. Yeah. So yeah.
So that's 300. That'd be 300 bonds then. Times 70 would be 210. 210 a
Yeah.
day.
Somewhere in there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, especially at 48%, which we're at 58 right now. So
Yeah, so it'd be less. It'd be with that math. I think that math was the average. So more like 80 or 70% APR. So yeah, maybe you probably need about 400 bonds to do it that way.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I do have a sheet from our good buddy Scott Tixon. I know he's in Mexico right now traveling, so he's not online, but I keep forgetting to pull it up so I can share it on screen. I promise I'll do it. Not next week, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be off next Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
We're going to be doing some traveling. Okay.
Yes.
So no AMA next Tuesday. Maybe I'll do a live just to talk, or maybe we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. You want to talk about real estate, plug toilets and crabby tenants, whatever. We'll talk about Bernard Bonds. We'll talk about DexFi. We'll do something. That's what we'll do. So yeah, any more questions, please ask. We're going to run over to EarnFi for a minute. AJ, I know we've got 3 trading days left. How are we looking for the month?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know a lot of you that are in the EarnFi chat have been asking some questions this week. Honestly, it's just been a slow month, but we are at plus 2% right now. I think we can definitely get there to meet that 6% goal, even with 3 more days. We've just been trying to dial it all in. We are still also trying to get the API set up to where we can pull the data from the brokerage in real time. Right now, I'm just having to do screenshots because it is a very pain in the ass, to be honest. And again, these platforms aren't built for bots. They're built for humans to go in and trade, so they don't have the infrastructure to easily show the history other than doing a screenshot. So every Friday, I usually update. And so I'll let you guys know, where we're at later on this week. But either way, it's looking good. I mean, the window opens again for new deposits. Yeah, Ryan, you better go through that than I am. Yeah. So
This cycle ends Monday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay.
Yep.
So we'll know Friday night or Saturday morning. AJ will put a post on what we did for the month. I'll do a video, obviously, on Sunday night or Monday, and I'll do another one probably on Thursday or Wednesday night before the window closes to make sure people are aware. And we'll talk about it. As you can see, I show my bags here too, guys. I got 50 stacks into this thing. Okay. I've been in it since this is still beta, guys. All right. It's still in beta. I've had 50 stacks in for 3 months now. I had a small bag in before. I've made 18.5% in March, 12% in April, 6% in May, 3% in June, 6% in July, and another 6% in August, I think. So, or no, yeah, 6%. Now this will be, hopefully we can make the 6% again. So it's been printing, guys. All right. The 1 month we had 3. Now we got a licensed and insured broker, so we can crank on the leverage a little bit. Obviously, they're not getting stupid with the trades guys and going like, nuts with it. It's something that's building slow. And for the people who want the full trend and they need to see those trades every day, guys, on Monday morning, you guys can take your capital and your rewards fee-free and just leave. Like, It's not going to hurt the protocol any. There is zero Ponzi-nomics to get into this or to be part of EarnFi. All right. It's talk about the trading a little bit, AJ. What is it trading?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we again, and like Ryan said, it is beta. Again, this is like the only platform that we even talk about EarnFi. Just because again, we're giving all of you an early access opportunity, and that's why some of the things are a little bit less to be desired in terms of reporting, and we're big on transparency. So obviously, I want to do everything I can to show what we do. Right now, it just has to be through the screenshots in the Telegram. But yeah, it's a real trading bot. We have trained it on back tested data over the last 3 years. It does use leverage, so that's part of the way that we're able to leverage. Is actually can be powerful if you use it right. So rather than taking a big position and potentially blowing the account with a 50% drawdown, your drawdown is a lot less, but you can use leverage to protect that. So yeah, that's what the bot does, and we had to really be careful on previous brokerage because it was an offshore account. So now we're licensed and insured, and we can do a lot more finagling with the bot itself. So all that's looking good. We're still doing it, and again, every month it's paid out. So those that have been sitting on the sideline, I know we have some big new money coming in as well. So when the window opens, it will be 72 or 96-hour window. I forget. It's either yeah. What is
Yeah.
it, Ryan?
So Monday morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, the window opens for new deposits, and that's when people can go in and take their rewards in capital. They can just compound. If you're compounding, you don't have to do anything. Save your gas, just do nothing. It'll automatically go in. You'll have 96 hours. So that'd be Friday morning at 8 a.m. The window will close for 26 days. Your money is locked for 26 days, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So if you're uncomfortable with that, it's locked for 26 days. You cannot get it out. Now, obviously, it's fee-free in and fee-free out. Okay. I have a link in the description where you can get in. It is a referral link, ladies and gentlemen. I get 1% of the deposit. And you know where that goes? It goes to the Bernard Bonds investors. It doesn't come out of your deposit. AJ is gracious enough to give 1% of the total deposits to me. And I add that into the Bernard Bonds pool. And then we give it away once a month. Okay. That's how we do it here. That's my way of paying back the BrunoEx investors. So you have 96 hours to deposit, and that's it. It's USDC on ETH. It's $100 minimum. So you can't even go out for dinner for $100 right now. Okay. I was just with my mom and dad at a bar and grill today. We had one drink each and 3 burgers, like $130 I paid. Come on now. Like, it was just in this Hodunk town I live in, right? Town of 2,600. So yes, there's tons of people with $100 in this thing. They want to test the waters. Go ahead, put $100 in. What's $100? Or sit on the sidelines and just wait it out, see what it pays. We're here every week talking about it. You'll be able to see it. I'll show my bag every single week. So far, I've made a killing. I'm happy with 3%, and I think we've got our second AJ here. I trade options. If I get 3% a month, I'll be happy. September is a tough month. It is. If you get this bot to do consistent 6%, I'll definitely be adding more money. It is. It's really tough to get that, guys. It's not totally. Not everybody does it. Okay.
Yeah, and we do. Yeah, sorry too. I know you asked me, Ryan. I didn't even say it. Yeah, it is trading stock. So we do some options. We do every now and then we'll do bullion or gold. It's very, very little crypto, even though that is an option. This is meant to kind of hedge against crypto. So that's another really cool feature, with traditional markets utilizing the bot. And I mentioned on a few other AMAs, but we're getting closer and closer to actually releasing this bot as well. So AJ, you might be interested. If you are a trader, you can train the bot on your own data, and then potentially monetize the bot yourself. So again, just like we like selling the picks and shovels, obviously EarnFi will be the easy button, but if anybody wanted to do it on their own, that's an option as well. So really excited for that. That's been the end goal of this because everybody says, well, there's no bot. What do you mean a trading bot? So to be able to actually show it and have people use it and train it is going to be incredible. So keep an eye out for that. We're still probably a month away or so. But we made some really major headway this week. And that's another reason the devs, this is not a DexFi product. This is with some other devs, the original devs of EMP, for those that know, our ecosystem. And so they've been busy building out this bot rather than fixing some of the UI and the tracking system. So as soon as they're done, with this platform, it's essentially a marketplace. Then we can update all the EarnFi, UI and tracking, and then it'll be out of beta at that point. So again, little by little, we're working on it. So
yeah, for sure. And I should mention it's 6% is the target, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's not guaranteed. 6% is the target. The team does not get paid if it doesn't make 6%. If they make 3, we get all 3. So for the team to make any money, it needs to make 6%. Anything over and above 6% is a 60-40 split in favor of the investor. Okay, so March it did 24.6%. I got 18.5 that month with the split. That was crazy money, right? I wish it was still doing 18.5% a month, but it's not. It's doing 6. I'm not getting 6% anywhere else by sitting on my ass, so I'll take it. Okay, that's my thought on it. Yeah, so you have Monday morning 8 a.m. You can deposit USDC and ETH, $100 minimum. Very simple to do, guys.
And gas has been really low. I know that's another thing. People say, why is it on ETH? That was just the easiest for us and the most on ramps. But whatever the ETH says the gas fee is, it's usually about like a tenth of what the estimation is. So
right. Yeah, so don't worry about the gas. I never do it because when I'm at 6%, I'm taking $3,000 out every month. So I'm like, well, even if it's $1, I do not care. But I understand when the people with $100 comes in, you get 6 and you're thinking you spend $1.50 in gas. You're not. Go back and look at the transaction, see how much it actually took. You're doing okay. Okay. So
and that we one last thing, Ryan, too, just because we're coming up on the rollover, if you want to compound, you just don't do anything, and then you don't have to worry about gas fees at all. So it's only deposits and withdrawals.
Yes. Yes. So, and Crypto MK just asked that, can you compound or fire? Yeah. If you want to compound, do nothing. When the window opens, just leave it alone. Come back in another 30 days.
Yep,
and
exactly.
see what you made. So one more, Gabriel says, I'm wondering what would happen to Bernard Bonds and DexFi if the developers died. Would the bonds still work?
Yeah, that's a great question, Gabriel. I love it, man. So again, I appreciate you guys asking questions. We this is what we the engagement really helps, and it also helps us answer questions that may be appropriate for other people. So the short answer is obviously we don't plan on either of us dying, but it is a bit of a safety feature too, where the only people that do have access on the back end is myself and Jake. So we live in opposite parts of the country. We're never going to be on the same plane together, and it is under it's not multi-sig, but it's hardware wallet where if one of us dies, the other has access. And so in a worst case scenario, we'd be able to access funds, and and continue on. I mean, ultimately, as long as both of us don't die at once, then it can continue. And we have a lot of safety protocols in place to avoid that as well. If it was a freak accident where both of us died at once, then we have some legal paperwork that others would be able to access things. But for a day-to-day, just because of the safety, it's only the two of us. So
right. AJ and Ryan can't be on the same bus at the same time. Well, exactly. I'm going to be on a plane tomorrow, guys. So hopefully it doesn't crash. But you know what? If I die tomorrow, nobody's going to care. Maybe my family, but I don't have anything to do with the back end or the smart contracts or anything. I don't even know how it works. I'm just the guy that comes and talks about it with AJ every week. Okay. And he's generous enough to give me the white label, Bernard Bonds. Everybody probably knows, named after the Bernard Bonds was named after my dog that passed away in March, my best friend, 9.5-year-old Saint Bernard. And that's what I named it. Everyone's like, well, that's a dumb name. I'm great, but it has meaning to me. And so that's what we're doing there. Let's see. I think that's about it. We need to give away some money. Do you want to talk about, is anything crazy happening in Honor versus Madness?
Yeah, so really quick, I just want to update. We did make an announcement. Make sure that you guys are in the Honor vs. Madness chat. We will be removing liquidity and moving back to BSC. We did have tokens on Sonic. It's just we never really got the traction on Sonic. And it's easier to have more liquidity on one chain rather than splitting the liquidity over two chains. So if you have tokens on Sonic, then just bridge them back. Ryan, if you go to the very top real quick, there's a bridge button on the upper left. Right there. Yep. It's really easy.
Sure.
So, yep, this is our bridge again to and from BNB and Sonic. But if you guys have been staking, you're on BNB anyway. So there really isn't a lot of tokens on Sonic. It's just easier and one less thing that we have to worry about. And as we get closer to October, we will be, moving into the next phase. So that means a pack sale, the game going live, and then we will be discontinuing the staking rewards when that time window is up. And I know people say, well, damn, that sucks. But actually, it's really bullish because all of you that have been with Honor vs. Madness, like you, Ryan, that have just been, stacking your positions, nobody will ever be able to get those amount of tokens without buying them on the market. So this is where we transition from a reward mechanism to a printable balance increase. So now we can really see, GG start to go up in price after, there's no more rewards going out. So it's really bullish. And we probably will leave staking open so that you can earn tickets. You just won't earn GG. So tickets are the in-game tickets. This is what self-explanatory. Where you can buy cards, some very rare cards, with those tickets. So that's just a high-level overview. Again, join us on our own AMA if you have any questions. But it's really bullish actually for GG. I'm excited because now the revenue starts kicking in with the game and everything that we're doing, and that will really help the price for sure.
Right. Yeah. And I'm heavy into this too, guys. I put $1.5 million. I got $1.5 million tokens. I think I can't remember what it was, $10,000 back in the day. I can't remember. It was so long ago. It's been almost a year. And I've been making 150% APR in that. That's 12.5% a month since. And then I come over here on the last day of every month and I don't withdraw. I claim them. Okay. This is only 7 days of rewards right here. I get about 6,000 or 7,000 tokens a day. And I have another stake here. So I claim up here, I claim these, and then I put them in for 365 days. So I've got $1.5 million up there, and I've got 8.8 million here. So I'm almost at 10 million tokens. So when this thing hits a dime, you won't see me ever again. You don't have to look at my ugly face. I'm going on vacation permanently, and that'll be it. So that's
awesome.
Coming too, guys. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, so we're moving full speed ahead on that. So, and then one last real quick thing. I know we're running late here, Ryan, but we did announce that we're doing a new protocol too. So again, people say, oh, well, AJ is a serial, project launcher. But remember that all the protocols we do, Honor vs. Madness, everything that we build goes back to feed EMP Fusion. So all the revenue streams feed back. So it's really bullish for everybody that's in the ecosystem. And it'll be a direct use case for eShare. So again, your community's been amazing. We'll give all of you a heads up when it's ready. If you zoom out, eShare's only been going up and to the right for the last, if you go to the 1 hour chart, Ryan, or zoom out, it's been looking good. So yeah, zoom. There you go. Yeah. So
There we go. Yeah.
it's almost a double in, when was that? Like a month ago? Not
Yeah.
even.
This is
So,
August 16th right here. Yeah.
So things are looking good. Again, if you have eShare, again, not financial advice, but there'll be some killer use case for eShare in the new protocol that we're launching, and it benefits bonds. So again, it'll be a win-win for everybody involved. So we're still a little far out. It'll be probably not next week, but the week after. I can give some more info. So
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that we covered that. I think we're all set. We need to give away some money right now. I want to give away $1,000. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
this, every single person that had any money into BrunoEx besides the NFT, because those are wallets. When we get everyone paid back, then I'll do the research on people who bought NFTs, because I have to get wall addresses. Then people have to be, they're going to have to send me a screenshot to prove that's their wallet. It's going to be a nightmare. But if it happens 5-10 years down the road, I'll do it for you guys. We'll take care of it. So there's 132 entries on here. Me and AJ are not in here, which is huge because we had huge bags into it.
For sure.
And they're all here. We're going to spin it 4 times. Whoever gets the winner, I have your guys' wall address. You guys are going to get dropped a bond either tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be under ETH on base. Okay. It'll be in your wallet. You need to go back here and go right here, and your balance will say 1. You need to stake that, or you need to redeem it. If you redeem it, you're going to get this value right here, minus 10%. Okay. Or if you're smart, you'll stake it and get this APR and continue to earn. Okay. Very, very simple. But I will DM everybody who won. If you guys need help, I'll help you stake it. If you don't have any ETH on base, I'll send you $1 worth so you can get it going. I'm here to help, guys. Everybody knows that. So let's spin the wheel. Let's give something away. I'm excited. Let's go. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
That's a lot of names. But we did have one person that won twice on here at one time. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Holy cow, this thing's spinning forever. I'm going to have to write this down. I don't even have a pen. It is going to be CK Carrie, I think. Yes.
Carrie it is.
Carrie it is. Okay. I'm going to write that down on my phone. And we're going to spin it again. I'm not removing the name. She has a chance to win it again. Okay. That's what we do here. Spin it again. So she just won a $230 bond, or whatever the price is right now. Good for her. Let's see. Who's it going to be this time? It is going to be Teresa Bond. Teresa Bond got a bond.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to write that down, and I'm going to close, and we're going to spin it again. Now, like I said, guys, they can sell it and get their 200, and it's going to be about $200 by the time you 10% off, or they can stake it and make 50 to 100% APR. Do whatever they want with it. That's their money. They can do what they want. Let's see. It is, looks like Impervious.
Right. Congrats, Impervious. All new names. I don't remember any of these names. That's awesome.
Yeah, good. It's good. Everyone's getting a little bit of a chance here. All right. One more to go, guys. Giveaway people here in live chat. Jasby, you send me a whole bunch of money right now, and I'll start giving money away. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
We just don't print money out of thin air. Is going to be our doc, I think. Yep. Our doc.
All right, that name sounds familiar. Our doc. Yeah.
Our doc is in. Yeah, we won't talk about it. Our doc. All right. That's all I'm going to say is our doc's in. So,
all right, there you go.
Here you go, guys. I'm going to DM all of you tonight. I'm going to DM AJ the wall addresses. He'll get those out probably tonight or tomorrow. If you guys need help staking them or need, I'll send the link to Bernard Bonds because you might not be in it. And I'll help you. I'll walk you through it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. So
yeah.
With that
and
said,
just one last thing really quick, Ryan. We actually mint the bonds with real money. So again, I just want to make sure we clarify that. When we do giveaways like this, and even some of you that are getting NFTs from the compensation fund, everything is accounted for. So it's literally impossible to mint a bond without the ETH backing it. So just want to make sure we say that for sure. So.
Right. Yeah. You'll see it on DBank, guys. You'll see them get sent out to 4 different wallet addresses. Totally. And that's what I want to close with. The transparency, 100%. One of the owners is right in front of you every week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. The wallets are doxed. You can track every penny. You can see where each vault is, how much is in there. You can see when people mint, when people deposit. Everything is here. EarnFi, we're going to get more transparent with that. Hopefully in the future. That's what we're doing. So, and we've got Honor vs. Madness. We've got EarnFi, DexFi. It's all here, guys. And it's all in front of a person. The owner's right in front of you. So, that's a big deal to me. That's why I talk about only things involved around AJ and his team, because I trust them. So with that said, guys, Bernard Bonds, DexFi, EarnFi, Honor vs. Madness, EMP, it's all working. It's all docs. It's all transparent. I don't know what else you can ask for. Thank you for joining. Thank you for, trusting in us. And thank you for trusting your crypto with us, right? I mean, that's very important because that's what people want is trust, a person to talk to. We're always in the chat to answer questions. That's what we do here. Okay, guys? So with that said, I think that's about it. AJ, I want to thank you again for taking time out to join. I know you're busy, but I appreciate it. I know the people appreciate it as well. There's lots of thank yous in here. So with that said, guys, I got to go pack. I'm hopping on a plane tomorrow. AJ, I know is going to be traveling soon too. No AMA next Tuesday night. All right. I'll do something. Maybe I'll go live and we'll talk about the weather or something. I don't care. We'll do something. All right. And we'll go.
Ryan, you're an expert now, bro. You can handle it, man. I'll let you have my job. How about
that? I don't know about that. AJ, you travel safe. I'm going to travel safe. You guys be safe out there with the crypto. And it's safe in Bernard Bonds DexFi because we got the best security, we got the best team, we got the best everything. 100% transparency. All right, guys, I appreciate you joining. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Tuesday and week, and we will see you in the next one.
Cheers.